before, he wouldn't even have given up on it. Because I worked him on a tug like that before he was teething, and he wouldn't let up on it. Yeah.
Nice move, Dad.
Yeah.
It's such a big giant of a dog. You gotta work it soft mouth. Work it soft.
Well, that's a shepherd.
Mouth is bleeding right now again.
I know.
Yeah, for his bent. I mean, I've even worked some shepherds that are working line, but sometimes they're ahead. Once they get hurt with those teeth, some of those shepherds they never forget.
I've never seen a problem with that.
Yeah, I have. Well, with shepherds.
Bring him in. Good boy.
You give him anything to chew on while he's teething?
Yeah, bones, ice.
Frozen carrots?
No carrots. No, just frozen bones, raw marrow bones. I was doing that as much for his ears too than it is. And then ice cubes with treats in them.
Something he can crunch and
Yeah.
like the marrow bones he
Yeah.
can't crunch apart.
I mean, the motivation's there because I have the scars to prove it.
Bring him in.
But he's weakened on the bite, unless his mouth is still hurting him.
If you lived in a wild by yourself, you'd starve to death. You can't eat 'cause my mouth hurts. I can't eat 'cause my mouth hurts. Huh? I can't eat 'cause my mouth hurts.
Well, he eats without kibble for a day or two. He didn't eat as much either because I know he was hungry, but I got the impression that even with the kibble, it was bothering him.
How many teeth are cutting through?
He has a
There's
lot.
a bunch of nubs come through there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a lot of his rear molars coming in, but yesterday he come up on me, but I didn't want to, because he comes ferociously. I tried to kind of put the kibosh on him, drawing blood on me. So I had a kitchen rag and I brought it out, but he likes to bite with his front teeth, even though the back molars are coming in, you know. And
What's the guy's name?
Yeah, I'm gonna raise you.
I know as a puppy, even at 10, 11, 12 weeks of age, he had a nice full bite, hard. I mean, he worked better at the house than here. That's why months ago when I brought him out, I said, give me 30 seconds. I wanted to see where his head is at. I know he didn't have any field association for the working yet, but that's why for the barking, it wasn't so much just the bark to put you into motion. I wanted him to bark to tell me how much, when he saw the tug, he was motivated. That's why I did that. I wanted to get into his head, not that I wanted to work him. It was 30 seconds to say, okay, where's your head on the field? But that bark told me, okay, he's motivated, and once he's motivated, then okay, that's the cue. Now we can just, but if you have a dog like this, demotivated.
I guess you're not telling me anything I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I would, you know what, maybe I just put him up for his teeth to come in because he's coming out and you know, I mean, you may be motivating him a little bit, but he's coming in, he's going to develop bad tendencies.
Yeah, I know. We don't want him getting chewy.
Well, he's biting and then he's not biting, he's biting, nibbling a little bit.
Exactly, so...
Let his teeth come in, maybe by that time too
and that was my assessment because you ask me a question, I'll be forthright to you. But yesterday when I had that kitchen towel out, and then and even if he was biting, again, this is my bent. It was whipped into me 20 years ago. When a shepherd bites, you better go in with that full bite like this, not mouthy on the front. You know, that's okay for the ring sport, but for the mentality.
okay for the
No,
ring sport.
I mean, well, sometimes if they miscue on the
Wait a
John
minute,
Deere.
that's shoots and shit coming out of you.
But no,
All right, all right.
Absolute bullshit.
Let's go. Let's
No,
go.
but
He full mouth bites, but
No, I didn't
decoy-
say.
in ring sport,
I don't
the
mean it.
decoy tries to escape.
Right? Yeah,
He shoots
right.
them-
And I'm
he
just
shoots
saying
them,
if
they
he.
escape and be bitten.
Right. I didn't mean it.
Bite me.
I didn't mean it in that sense. That's right. On the
What do I do,
escape,
Cal?
if they happen to
Just
miscue
the-
and he grabs
even
them like
3
this, that
exercises
might
is
Right,
fine.
that's
be
all he
okay.
could get.
Right.
Even
Well,
the
that's what I was trying to
But we
imply.
don't teach it.
I know that. I didn't mean it the way that you interpreted. I mean it if he's on a bite suit and they come with full grip. That
Well,
might
I'll
be.